Question 201. Describe your experience with integrating technology tools in the classroom. I have utilized a variety of educational technology tools, including learning management systems, LMS, like Canvas and Moodle, to enhance student engagement. I integrate multimedia resources, such as videos and interactive simulations, to cater to different learning styles. By leveraging tools like Google Classroom for collaborative projects and Zoom for virtual discussions, I aim to foster a hybrid learning environment that promotes accessibility and interaction. Continuous professional development in emerging technologies also ensures I remain current with digital trends that can further benefit my students. Question 202. How would you handle a situation where a student is consistently disruptive in class? Addressing disruptive behavior involves a balanced approach. First, I would speak with the student privately to understand their perspective and any underlying issues. It's important to establish a rapport and communicate expectations clearly. If the behavior persists, I would implement classroom management strategies, such as setting clear guidelines and consequences. Additionally, I would consider involving support services, such as counseling, to address any personal challenges the student might be facing. My goal is to create a supportive learning environment while upholding respect and focus in the classroom. Question 203. Can you explain how you would implement continuous integration, continuous deployment, CCD practices in a programming course? In a programming course, I would introduce CCD concepts by demonstrating how version control systems like Git integrate with C tools such as Jenkins or GitHub Actions. Students would learn to write automated tests to ensure code quality and employ C pipelines for real-time feedback on their submissions. By creating a project that involves deploying their applications to cloud platforms like AWS or Azure, students gain hands-on experience with deployment practices. This approach not only teaches coding skills, but also instills industry-standard practices that prepare them for the workforce. Question 204. What strategies do you employ to foster a growth mindset among your students? To cultivate a growth mindset, I emphasize the importance of effort and resilience in learning. I implement formative assessments that celebrate progress rather than just final outcomes, allowing students to reflect on their growth over time. Encouraging peer collaboration through group projects and discussions fosters a supportive environment where students can share challenges and learn from each other. Additionally, I model vulnerability by sharing my own learning experiences and setbacks, reinforcing that mistakes are an integral part of the educational journey. Question 205. How do you assess student performance in a way that is fair and comprehensive? I utilize a multifaceted assessment strategy that includes formative assessments, projects, presentations, and traditional exams. By diversifying assessment types, I can evaluate different competencies and learning styles. I also prioritize transparency by providing clear rubrics that outline expectations and grading criteria. Peer assessments and self-reflections are incorporated to encourage students to take ownership of their learning. Regular feedback sessions help students understand their strengths and areas for growth, making the assessment process collaborative and constructive. Question 206. What role do you think cultural competence plays in teaching at a community college? Cultural competence is crucial in a community college setting, where students come from diverse backgrounds. It fosters an inclusive environment where all students feel valued and understood. I strive to create a curriculum that reflects diverse cultural perspectives and encourages open discussions about cultural issues. By integrating culturally relevant examples and case studies, I can engage students more effectively. Furthermore, I continuously seek professional development opportunities to enhance my understanding of cultural differences, ensuring my teaching practices are responsive to the needs of all students. Question 207. Describe a project you would implement to teach cloud computing concepts effectively. I would design a hands-on project where students build and deploy a web application on a cloud platform like AWS or Google Cloud. The project would involve creating a simple application, setting up a cloud database, and using services like AWS Lambda for serverless computing. Students would learn about scalability, cost management, and security best practices. This approach not only teaches technical skills, but also provides real-world experience in cloud architecture and deployment. Regular check-ins and group discussions would keep students engaged and facilitate collaborative learning. Question 208. How do you stay current with advancements in your field relevant to community college instruction? Staying current involves a multi-pronged approach. I regularly attend workshops, webinars, and conferences focused on educational technology and pedagogical strategies. Subscribing to relevant journals and online forums allows me to engage with current research and trends in higher education. Additionally, I actively participate in professional organizations, which provide resources and networking opportunities. Collaborating with colleagues also fosters knowledge exchange about best practices and innovative teaching methods. By continuously updating my skills and knowledge, I can bring the latest insights to my students. Question 209. Explain how you would incorporate project-based learning into your course design. Project-based learning, PBL, allows students to engage deeply with real-world problems. I would design projects that relate to course objectives and involve students in collaborative, hands-on work. For instance, in a computer science course, students could work in teams to develop a software solution for a local nonprofit. This approach encourages critical thinking, creativity, and teamwork while applying theoretical knowledge to practical challenges. Throughout the project, I would facilitate regular feedback sessions and reflections to help students analyze their processes and outcomes, reinforcing their learning. Question 210. What methods do you use to encourage student engagement in your classes? To foster student engagement, I employ a variety of interactive strategies. I incorporate discussions, group activities, and technology-based tools like polls and quizzes to maintain an active classroom environment. Real-world applications of concepts are emphasized to relate material to students' lives, stimulating interest. I also use case studies to prompt critical thinking and encourage students to share their perspectives. By creating an approachable atmosphere where questions are welcomed, I aim to empower students to take an active role in their learning, ultimately enhancing participation and retention.